here and kill quite a few probes. The smart thing he could have done was to pull out his probes off the back here, but I guess he was too busy trying to micro his Void Rays to help. So I lift off, hoping not to lose any Vikings to the Void Rays, and I am able to get away. I have a little bit of time, so I decided to take out another Phoenix. It's unfortunate for him. This is a Platinum game, so I was expecting him to be a lot better, but he had forgotten to micro his army, so it's kind of unfortunate. He does not get any warp gates, and which is surprising too, simply because warp gates are really great for production. He could have switched up to pure Stalker army here and totally taken me out, but he decides not to and just goes with normal gateways. But he continues to pump some ground units, not producing any more air units simply because I've got quite a few Vikings out already, and I'm repairing the ones that got damaged in the fight here. I'm just producing off one starport, and one starport's pretty standard if you're going for a Viking build, simply because the reactor on the starport makes it production of Vikings really easy. You can pump them out pretty constantly and not have to worry about building a secondary starport unless you're planning to build medevacs as well. But I'm pumping a few more Vikings out simply because I know he's going for Void Rays and I cannot be too careful about that. My Bio Ball is pretty good. I've got a few Marines and the Marauders I built from the beginning of the game out, and since he's got a slightly weakened army and a slightly weakened economy, let's check the income tab here. Yeah, I'm producing a little bit faster than him, simply because I have more harvesters and I have those beautiful mules from the Terran side. But I move out here, take the Xel'Naga watchtower, and move in and stop around here because I want to build a sort of a front. I realize that he does have an expansion here, probably because I scanned, and I want to be sure I take it out because he has his up a little bit earlier than mine, and if I let that expansion stay for too long, he's gonna get a huge advantage over me. But I've got my Vikings here to deter any kind of Void Ray harass on my army here, and I'm sending my SCVs out to build bunkers because I want to establish sort of a footing at the front of his base and pressure him enough so that he doesn't get the chance to defend against me if I decide to strike from the side. So I'm building a few bunkers here, and I bring the SCVs here because you can simply repair the Vikings, and I'm producing a few medevacs because I want to be sure I can heal my Marines and Marauders. All the research is finished. I've got stim packs, I've got the concussive shells, and I've got the shields on the Marines, so they're pretty beefed up. And I've got the level 1 weapons upgrade because I took it right after the engineering bay was completed. Like I said in my previous replay, that level 1 weapons upgrade is so quick. It's just a good investment to have at the beginning of the game. I put Marauders in here because I want to have my Marines for the anti-air. I want to have as much anti-air available to take on the Void Rays. I fly in my Vikings here to take out the Void Rays, and I pull them back because I want to pull the army forward, and so they fly into my Marine Marauder combination. But my Vikings proved to be too much for his Void Rays, and they all die. And since the Vikings are so great because they can transform into a ground mode, I decided to put them into ground mode, and I continue the assault on foot. And at this point, he just realizes, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm going to be able to stop this, and GG's. So that's pretty much how you stop the Void Ray rush. If he had placed his Stargates over here and hid them, I would have had a much more difficult time simply because he could pump those Void Rays and fly them into my base before you could have any kind of defense. But Unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to do that, and I was able to develop the appropriate counter. But important tip for you Terran players out there: if you're up against a Protoss player, you always want to be sure you're able to scout him out, maybe with a scanner sweep or with a Hellion produced from your factory, simply because they're so fast. But you want to have an accurate forecast of their technology when you're playing against a Protoss player, simply because a miscalculation will end up you being overrun by either Void Rays or Warp Gate units. So, but yeah, Bioball is still probably your best bet against Protoss when it comes to early pressure, and simply because you can get that level 1 weapons upgrade pretty early on too. And make sure you have a few medevacs in the air. But if you're up against a Void Ray Rush and you know this, pump Vikings, because Vikings are your best bet. With that nerf on the range of the Void Rays being down to 6 now instead of 7, the Vikings just have such an advantage over Void Rays. So you can pump them out pretty quickly, and they cost very little compared to a Void Ray. So but that's how you counter a Void Ray Rush. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section or post them on the forum on StarCraft Network. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later.